My father unplugged my premature baby's life support to charge my brother's phone for a job interview. 2 minutes of entitlement nearly cost my son his life. They thought there'd be no consequences. They were wrong. The NICU was supposed to be sacred. 24 weeks and 3 days, that's when my son Oliver decided to make his entrance into the world. 1 pound, 7 ounces of pure fight, wrapped in wires and tubes. The doctors called him a micro-preemie. I called him my miracle. For 2 months, I lived in that hospital. The Ronald McDonald House became my second home, and the rhythmic beeping of Oliver's monitors became my lullaby. Oxygen saturation, heart rate, respiratory rate. I could read those numbers in my sleep. Actually, I did read them in my sleep, jolting awake every time they dipped even slightly. My husband Daniel worked double shifts to keep our insurance active. We'd already burned through our savings during the emergency C-section and the first month of care, but Oliver was gaining weight, breathing more on his own. The doctors were optimistic. Maybe another month, Dr. Patel had said. He's a fighter. That's when my parents decided to visit. They'd been absent for most of the crisis, too busy with my younger brother Connor's senior year of college. He was pre-law at Stanford, their golden child who could do no wrong. While I'd been sleeping in hospital chairs, they'd been attending his mock trial call competitions and fraternity parent weekends. "We're finally coming to meet our grandson," Mom announced over the phone, as if 2 months late was right on schedule. "Connor has a big interview with a law firm tomorrow, so we'll swing by on our way." Swing by, like the NICU was a drive-through. They arrived at 3 p.m., dressed like they were going to a country club. Mom wrinkled her nose at the hand sanitizer requirement. Dad kept checking his phone. Connor slouched, looking bored, his hair perfectly styled, wearing a suit that probably cost more than my monthly rent. "So small," Mom murmured, peering at Oliver through the incubator. "Are you sure he's normal?" "He's premature, Mom. He's perfect, he just needs time to grow." Connor barely glanced at Oliver before pulling out his phone. "My phone's dying, where can I charge this?" "Language," Mom chided gently, then looked around. "He really does need to charge it, honey. His interview call is in an hour." "There's a family lounge down the hall," I said, not taking my eyes off Oliver. He was having a good day, only on 30% oxygen, his little chest rising and falling steadily. "That's too far," Connor whined. "They'll have bad reception there." That's when Dad spotted it, the red outlet next to Oliver's incubator. The one with the bright yellow, medical equipment only, do not unplug sticker. The one powering Oliver's oxygen monitor and pulse oximeter. "Perfect," he said, reaching for the cords. "Dad, no." I lunged forward, but he'd already unplugged the pulse oximeter to make room for Connor's iPhone charger. The alarms exploded instantly, not just beeps, but screaming, wailing electronic shrieks that brought nurses running. Oliver's oxygen monitor flickered and died as Dad fumbled with the cords, trying to plug Connor's phone in. "What's the big deal?" Mom said as nurses flooded in. "He has an important call." "Move," the charge nurse, Patricia, shoved past them to Oliver. His lips were turning dusky. Without the monitors, we couldn't see his oxygen levels, couldn't track his heart rate. She manually checked his pulse while another nurse rushed to reconnect everything. "His O2 is dropping," Patricia barked. "Get respiratory here now." I watched in horror as they increased his oxygen, worked over his tiny body. Those 2 minutes felt like 2 years. Finally, the monitors flickered back online. Oxygen at 82, too low, heart rate elevated. My baby was struggling. "Stop overreacting," Dad said to the nurses. "Babies are tough, he's fine." Patricia turned on him with fury I'd never seen. "Get out, security is on their way." "You can't kick us out," Mom protested. "We're family."